Iraq gonna be first up or for the team 1 versus Icy God popping off on a Viz. What is that enchant you got where you got like all the different elements? What is that enchant? I kind of like it. You got the full elementalist look going on. Full meteor down onto Iraq, but he's just going to go for, I don't even know if it was death pact. I think it should have solely just ate up the whole meteor. Them shields for warlocks are just mad. Big damage onto Icy. He does get himself a Fellord, and Fellord actually gonna get value with a mage walking out in the open. He's gonna go for a block. Look at Iraq, and he's just hanging out, sitting pretty, not feeling the pressure at all. Icy is the one trying to get a setup, but he's the one getting pummeled though. Shrinking out for Iraq. Axe toss, that is gonna be Meteor coming down with a Comet Storm. Iraq with a fierce spam onto Icy. Is it going to be enough? There's the question. Trying to see if he can exchange a bunch of blasts back to back, but Icy, I think, picked up a little bit of steam here. He's got himself those flurries flying in, lots of shatters back to back, but he's still not in a great situation. Maybe looking for a second block here, unless he could walk out full damage, full defenses. Is going to go for a block. Of that Mortal Coil, he decided, you know what? I'm going to get a reset. That is a Felguard, to be fair. So you know what? Respecting a Felguard, I think, no Felguard, Doomguard is worth. Felguard is like the male pet that he's got. Wrathguard, Felguard, same thing. It's just a different model, but it does the same thing, same damage. Axe toss, yeah. At least he's got that wall protecting him. Breath into the stone. That's his opportunity. Icy may just be able to take him out here. This is the last chance. Iraq does have a wall too, so he still has a defensive he can use in case he needs to. He just felt so comfy. He was like, you know what? I'm a warlock. I'll be fine. Locked out on Shadow. Maybe in a bad spot. Icy, I think, still dead. Iraq got locked out. Icy played that as well as he could. He got the lock. He got the damage, and he still died. All Iraq needed there is pets, and he got a full Tyrant. So to be fair, all the pets, I mean, they do majority of the damage. Walls, fear, spam into Leo as he got himself on the lemon roll this time around. I like the character named Lemon Roll, by the way. I don't know if there's a mortal call for Iraq. Maybe Gateway? Does have a Gateway. I like a part of his portal on the purple side is a little bit more sunken down into a maybe fear spam. He does have Lemon Roll kind of low, but I don't think there's a, yeah, there's a way. I don't think there's a way for Lemon to go down there. Low blow is going to be up next, charging in. I was just trying to see. He should be able to take out Lemon Roll pretty easily here. No trick, no nothing. Karma, I think it just Cloak it and just keep pummeling, right? Cloak of Shadows still takes a huge hit. Low blow picking up a little bit of healing. Evasion is up. Now he just vanish, maybe? I swapped to the wrong person. But low blow does go down. I was thinking first. He did vanish, actually, so it didn't matter. He got caught out. I guess out of vanish, he just pulled him out either way. Is Athaman still around? Yes, he is. Yes, he is, Pog. Athaman doesn't really do the duels that much though, but he is definitely around. Yeah, he'd been grinding a lot of PvE recently, and by recent I mean like for like the past couple of months. But you know, he pushes keys and stuff. He got a friend group or whatever, or like a, not, I don't even, I'm assuming maybe friend group, but he does have like a team that he does keys with and stuff. He does do a lot of PvE. Plus we also have things like what's it called? Collector's Bounty, so he's been doing that. And then again, to be fair, like everybody's been working on the Collector's Bounties, honestly. Judy tried to see if he could backflip himself while midair. It's gonna be Lemon getting hit with a roar. Root is up for Judy. Wall is available, but also Heart of the Wild is available. Trying to see if he can blast out Lemon really quickly. He's got himself the trees for a moment with mushrooms procking in. Gonna be diffuse magic for Lemon. Got himself a setup behind the pillar. So for Judy, he's actually gonna take a little bit of that dot damage from those mushrooms, and the other dots that diffuse is gonna end up reflecting it back to him. Is gonna try to see if he can get himself a opener into a prowl. Does not get a cover to follow. For Lemon, I think he's just gonna try to see if he can commit the most amount of damage. Roar out for Judy. Still got Heart of the Wild. I don't know if he can really do much here. He's trying to see if he can bail out of there. Bear form, maybe a heal. No, Celestial with the images. Lemon back out on top. My goodness, is it green? No, not green Shizzle. It's gonna be Jay by the looks of it. And Jay's gonna try to give Lemon a proper honorable match. Either he's feeling pretty confident, that, or he just wants to give Lemon a proper honor duel. Most likely, well, what are the other? You still do have quite a number of players you got to get through on team 2. You get double pally, you got plush as well as a rogue, so it's not going to be easy. Plus rum and roll, at least I guess on a death knight, He's not that mobile, so at least as a mage, you can kind of like keep him at a distance, keep him at a bay. Over as a monk, I mean, catching up with a monk, even as a mage, relatively comparable, but still, I think mages don't have the same mobility as that of a monk, who can literally walk in and out whenever they want to. For Jay, it's going to have to come down to getting CC onto Lemon. Does have blinks in order to get out of the stuns, which is huge. It's going to be able to reposition, try to go for a poly. The early he can get those polys, the better is going to help him out, though. Ring of Frost is going to push Lemon Roll behind the pillar. Is actually going to be Lemon Roll charging behind the pillar instead. If you blink in, he actually won't be able to stop it. He doesn't have a leg sweep for a while. It's going to be Jay, get himself a little bit of reset. Lemon back it up out of there completely. He wants to go in off of the paralysis, I'm pretty sure. But unless he can get himself a proper setup here in the opener, Jay, yeah, does not get the bowling ball. Unfortunately, the other bowling balls, the Arcane Orbs, do end up connecting. In Kappa, Lemon does not have a sweep here. It's going to be a blink out of Wizard. Hopefully you have another blink for a proper leg sweep. Going to be all the images, all the damage. Jay trying to see if he can reverse it with an ultra. Lemon close on the gap. Jay at no help whatsoever is going to go for a block. I think what he really wanted to do is go for a quick breath and maybe get a setup onto Lemon, but after that breath, he's like, you know what? My health is actually kind of low. I'm actually going to block this off. He got himself full leg sweep. Blink is available. Jay, I don't know if he got anything else left here. Trying to go for a freeze. It's going to be over. Lemon just punching him down, man. Punching down on the boy with green. Going to be up next. Is going to try to see if he can get on top of the guy while staying mounted up, but he's going to back up out of there. Is it maybe Honor Duel? Maybe just doesn't want to play into the pillar or play into that room. He's gonna set himself aboard. So if anything, he could always chase up to Lemon. At least he can just chase up to the guy if necessary. Junior Mob defensive scares me. Mighty Works to get a 20% max HP and shapeshifting into bear. Yeah, I do remember that. That was a good button back in the day. It was actually surprisingly a very good button. Druids had a lot of defensive when you think about it. A lot of defenses, like when you, depending on the spec, but like you had a lot of buttons to use in order to stop the damage taken. Massive Fist of Fury by Lemon, Karma by Lemon, Green also with the Karma of his own, but actually might just be able to fight through Karma. Lemon is going to back up out of there, Ring of Peace down, try to see if he keeps the guy at bay, but he's not going to be able to hold him in place. Actually, Green is super low in health. He's going to pick up a little bit of health with a Fort Brew. Does Lemon have a Fort Brew? I don't know if he does. Celestial Condi, try to see if you can make that play work. Is that enough? Green super low in health. Fist of Fury to parry for a second. Is going to avoid the Sice and wins. But what was that? What'd you throw at him? It looked like he tossed something at the guy, but he got himself a clean sweep of 5. That's monks for you, man. That's monks for you. That's crazy. Yeah, Condi's really good, man. He's got a couple of people that like images, start spamming Condi, and as long as the image is right next to you, it's just gonna melt them down, dude. The Roomba of death. He just straight up just like crosses his legs, starts sliding around like a Roomba, and just kills everything in front of him. Absolutely crazy. Let's get another one going.